Hey, welcome to this week on Golfing Around. I'm here in beautiful Ireland. Ireland on the west coast, just outside of Shannon, is the incredible Dromoland Castle and Golf Resort. This incredible parkland design is truly a test of golf. So let's tee it up this week on Golfing Around from the Dromoland Castle in Ireland. It is time to tee it up here at Dromoland Castle. Eamon was walking us through some of the history of the course and some of the fine people that have been around and walked on these hallowed grounds. Let's start with the castle. First, I mean, the castle is what really is the centerpiece of the property. When was that built? 1983? About 83, 84?
The castle, the estate itself dates back to 1543. The castle as we see it in its current state, that was actually built in 1845. So there's quite a bit of history to it. Obviously, it's gone under through one or two incarnations at the moment. I suppose it's been turned into a five-star hotel since 1969. And we're on the very much of the cusp of the next generation of development on it, so we're very much looking forward to the next number of years as regards to elevating it even to higher ground to what it is at the moment.
I absolutely loved walking in to begin with. The gentleman at the front was so wonderful. He had the Irish lilt. You come in, there's the knights in armor. It feels like a castle in there.
Oh, like it's for us, it's very much keeping that authentic castle feeling with all the modern amenities that you'd expect from a five-star hotel. But we still have a lot of the traditional walls that were there from 1845 and that. So we're very much, as I say, we are very much we want to make sure that we keep the history of it. We are very much looking at it as we are the custodians of it. So everything we do at the moment and in the future is making sure that we we effectively leave the foundations of what the castle is, for future generations, to enjoy it as much as we've enjoyed it. We're very lucky to be here on a daily basis. Coming in, you walk in, you drive in the driveway, and you come around the bend, and it just hits you there at the bend, and you're kind of going, my God, how lucky am I to be part of the team here?
Somebody's going to work in a coal mine today. That's where they're calling work. If you have Irish blood in you and you've dreamt of a wedding in a castle for your little princess or your knight in shining armor, I assume you do a lot of weddings and events.
We do. We're very lucky, I suppose, that we have a reputation as delivering some of the finest weddings that we've had here. Whether it be international or Irish weddings as well. The team here do an incredible job, and I think when I've been very lucky to be part of it, not got married or anything like that, but I've actually been a guest at a wedding here, and to see it, from the other side of the table, it's an incredible experience. The room that we have it in is called the Brian Boru. So
The Brian Boru.
And
Brian Boru, for you folks that don't know, and correct me if I'm wrong, Eamon, was the first king.
One of the former kings of Ireland.
Of Ireland, but I'm not talking 1983, 1972, about 1600.
You're going 1500s.
Man. So I know my Irish history.
You've done a lot bit of research. We're very much appreciative.
Well, Mom's from Galway and Donegal side, So when we came over,
we won't hold that against you.
Since we're down in the south a bit.
Yeah, but it's look, I'll show you the room later on. The room for weddings here is incredible. And it just adds to the whole aura of the place and the whole history of it. And you kind of if you are a guest or a person who's getting married there, you are effectively taking your steps in through history, and very much you're taking the initial steps of history to your own future. So it's a nice kind of combination of combining both of those to it. But it's something special. Whether it be a wedding guest here or just a guest at the castle itself, there's so much to take in, so much to do, and so much to enjoy here on a daily basis.
So often when you think about golfing for the first time in Ireland, Eamon, a lot of people want to pay those big name courses that are links courses right up against the ocean. The Parkland golf course is what we play back in the United States. Trees, there's no ocean. I hate when people call a links golf course in the middle of Nebraska. You don't have an ocean, you can't be a links golf course. This is a tremendous Parkland golf course. Let's talk about the topography, the design, the signature holes.
So the rejig of the golf course itself, I suppose the current routing dates back to 2003, when we became officially 18-hole championship golf course. We have over the last number of years invested just upwards of $3.5 million That coincided us with hosting the Women's Irish Open here. Signature holes, we'll always be known for hole number 7, which is a phenomenal par 3 from an elevated tee, looking down onto green with a lake on the left, and what we see behind us is actually the main backdrop of that hole. So it's just one of those, we call it one of the first Kodak moment of the golf course itself. It's an incredible par 3 and one that always sits in the memory of everyone. What we have behind us here is actually 11, which again, because of what the backdrop is, it's become one of our signature holes itself. And then on the other side of the lake, we have the 18th hole, which is our par 5 finishing hole. We've done a lot of work with that as part of the upgrade, and it's now it's now seen as one of the premier finishing holes, not just in Irish golf but probably world golf as well. It's that risk and reward par 5 with water all the way on your journey, off the tee and all the way on the right, as well as in front of the green. And obviously when you have the backdrop of the castle behind the green, it just adds that kind of that bit of drama, and you can make anything from a 3 to a 9 to a 10. It's just that one of those great.
10.
Oh, I've seen.
Jeez, man! Don't even mention it.
I've seen a few scorecards from members where captain's prize or big member guest weekends, and the 18th has been a card wrecker for a few, and it's been the sweetheart for another few as well. So that's what we wanted. We wanted to create that risk and reward hole. Yeah, so to kind of give you an idea in the picture, so technically the old tee box used to be here. This is all brand new, everything from my pen all to the right hand side. That's all a brand new fairway that's developed in. That used to be very much kind of old saddy trees and rubbish, so we cleared all that out, built up this new fairway, dug out this lake here in the front, and then just added a few bunkers on the left as well. So it's become more of that, allowing people to be more out to the water, capturing the full view, but also then kind of adding that risk and reward to the hole itself. Not only were they lucky enough to welcome yourself, they welcomed the Beatles to Dromoland and stuff like that, and Nelson Mandela, George Bush. So we're very fortunate that it's seen as a place that a lot of people want to come and experience, and we're very proud to be part of that overall experience, and keep on adding to that, offering to all of our guests that come here.
Yeah, he said the Beatles. He said Nelson Mandela. We're coming up on the 18th now.
The Beatles actually played croquet on the 18th green when they stayed over.
Now this is our tree we're coming up on, our 400.
This is our tree, yeah.
Hello, Mr. Tree. We respect you, and the druids and fairies that are in that tree, we respect you too.
You can see it's got a haircut there about 2 years ago, the little storm, but it is just an incredible tree, and the history and what has it seen from the resort is incredible. So that's our little plaque in honour of JB Carr.
That is incredible view. I mean, what folks, if you're going to come to Ireland and golf, come to Dromoland. Ancient castles, the Beatles horsed around here one day. You can come talk to the druids and fairies. We're going to have to explain druids and fairies here. Championship golf, Eamon, you've got to earn it. You got to earn it. We're just not going to give you a big check on the Irish Women's Tour. You got to earn it. You really put a lot of work into the 18th.
Yeah, like we're effectively, I suppose, where we're standing right now, it wasn't a fairway. This was all kind of wasteland, actually out of bounds even. So we effectively built up this pretty much a brand new fairway all the way back, and then dug out this little new water feature in front of the green itself. So yeah, we were very much trying to put our best foot forward, both for ourselves but also for Irish golf. As I was saying, it was a tournament that disappeared for 10 years. It was important that year one had to be done right. And I was very lucky with the support of the ownership here and the management, that we got the backing that allowed us to actually make sure that what the players experienced, and both players and spectators, was a Dromoland that we were very proud of. And that's why I suppose the event came back the following year. It was even a bigger success, and we're very proud of kind of what we deliver on that tournament, but also very proud of what the product is at Dromoland now.
Yeah, I mean, you think about the ladies who play on the tour. They expect the very best of the very best.
Yeah.
The scene behind us here, I want to show you something. There's that flag over there. There's the flag.
I'm just looking at a splash.
Yeah, right, exactly. Because the water still gets in your head. How can it not?
Like where that pin is today now, that's asking you to aim at it. If you miss it slightly short and right, it's going one way. It's almost like the 15th of Augusta. You just kind of you see the heartbreak happening very slowly as it just trickles down the hill. And then one of our mottos here is we wanted to bring back the splash in 18, and I can guarantee you we brought back the splash.
You did, yeah.
Yeah,
right there.
It's a fish.
It's a fish. What a tremendous finishing hole. We're going to go up to the steps of the castle now, and Eamon's going to tell us about a famous day, 68, 67? Back in 1968, that is just going to make you want to come to Dromoland Castle anyway, just to stand where they stood.
So in Easter 1964, the Beatles visited Dromoland Castle. They came on a quiet visit. It was just George Harrison and John Lennon. Actually, there's footage of them jousting on the steps here behind me with swords they've taken from the suits of armour at front desk. As I said, it was a quiet visit, but as happens in Ireland, word got out. There was a gaggle of girls from the village screaming, so that led to the paparazzi at the time arriving, so that when they were leaving, they had to be taken out of the castle secretly in a linen van to avoid the hordes at the gate.
Every course has a signature hole. What could be better here at Dromoland Castle, outside of Shannon, Ireland, than an ancient castle, a par 3 downhill. This is the signature hole here at Dromoland Castle. It seems like a simple par 3 down the hill, but when you get distracted by the ancient castle and the scenery here at Dromoland, it just may throw your game off. My game's okay today. Let's see how Denny does putting that wee little ball close to the stick down there. And I'm going to put 10 pounds on it and see who is closer on this hole.
Oh, hair short. Right on the front.
This is Dromoland Castle, a place of history, a place of mystery, a place full of questions waiting to be answered. Questions like, who was this person? Good question. What's the story behind this? And what's all this? And this thing? Oh, you'll definitely want to know about this. Join us on the Dromoland Castle Living History Tour. We'll tell you all about the O'Briens, the battles, and the secret scandals.
Oh, good morning. Here at hole number 10 at Dromoland. A little dog leg to the right. Hit it up the left side. Should curve around and have a short wedge into the green. Here we go. are at hole 16, Dromoland Castle, part of Kirby's Corner, one of the designers that helped build this hole and a few others. It's the hardest hole on the course, 440-yard par 4. It looks like you bomb it at the big tree in the middle and hope for the best. Let's see what happens. Here we are at the 18th on the beautiful Dromoland golf course. Castle in the background. It's a long par 5. It's a make it or break it hole. Lots of water on the tee shot, water all the way up on the right side, and water surrounding the green. So there's plenty of difficulty. So like I said, high risk, high reward. We're going to hit towards the 400-year-old tree out in the center of the fairway and hope for the best. Here we are on the second shot, 18 at Dromoland Golf Course. Like I said, high risk, high reward. We cleared the water off the drive, which took everything I had. Now we have a difficult 210-yard second shot to a guarded green. Has water on 3 sides. So it looks like the safe play would be to the left, but we're going to try to go right after the pin. Let's try it. Here's my 4th shot on the 18th at Dromoland Golf Course. I unfortunately went into the water. Like I said, the green's protected on 3 sides with water. Here we got a difficult chip now, up and down, about 40 yards.
The island of Ireland. It's where golf meets legend. From renowned parkland courses to world-class centuries-old links courses carved out by nature. All rounded off with the best Irish welcome at the 19th hole. Ireland delivers golf at its finest. Visit ireland.com/golf.
We've spent the last dozen years reimagining how a golf shoe is made, feels, how it looks, and where they could take you. In the beginning, we realized there were no comfortable golf